Acacia Forgot, a star from RuPaul's Drag Race, has been no stranger to the spotlight, but recently, she found herself caught in the whirlwind of some playful, yet pointed, shade thrown by fellow queens Bob the Drag Queen and Monét exchange. The dynamic duo, known for their humor and banter, were dishing on their Sibling Watchery podcast, which quickly became a hot topic for Drag Race fans, especially when Acacia's name came up. For those unfamiliar with Sibling Watchery, the podcast is hosted by Bob and Monét, two beloved queens who offer their unfiltered opinions and critique of everything from the latest season of RuPaul's Drag Race to pop culture moments. While the show is typically filled with sharp wit, it's not uncommon for Bob and Monét to throw some subtle or not-so-subtle shade in the direction of queens who they feel have earned it, whether on or off the show. Acacia Forgot, however, wasn't exactly expecting to be the subject of their comedic critiques. During a recent episode, Bob and Monét discussed some of the queens they had interacted with over the years and found a moment to reflect on Acacia's performance during her time on the show. Their comments weren't exactly cruel, but were laced with a good dose of sass, and it wasn't long before fans began speculating on the nature of the shade. In particular, they poked fun at Acacia's distinctive look and somewhat underwhelming performance in certain challenges. The remarks didn't go unnoticed by Acacia, who, as expected, had a reaction to the podcast's playful dissing. On social media, Acacia didn't hold back, addressing the comments with a mix of humor, sarcasm, and a touch of defiance. In a tweet that quickly went viral, Acacia wrote, "Guess I'm just here for the giggles, huh? But thanks for the promo, queens, let me know when y'all want a rematch." The tweet was clearly a tongue-in-cheek response, showing that Acacia wasn't taking the shade too seriously, but she made it clear that she wasn't about to let it slide unnoticed either. The situation was a perfect example of how the Drag Race fandom thrives on drama and rivalries, even when they are playful and light-hearted in nature. Fans took to the comment sections, with some siding with Bob and Monét, echoing their critiques of Acacia's time on the show, while others rallied behind the queen, defending her talents and expressing admiration for her unique style. It's a testament to the passionate fan base of RuPaul's Drag Race that these small moments of shade quickly turn into significant online discussions. Acacia's response, while perhaps surprising to some, also showed the queen's ability to embrace the spotlight and turn even the most uncomfortable situations into opportunities for personal branding. By engaging with the shade rather than shying away from it, Acacia showed that she's aware of her place in the Drag Race universe, and she knows how to keep the conversation going. After all, being part of the Drag Race legacy means you're never too far from the spotlight, and sometimes you've got to lean into it no matter the shade. For Bob and Monét, the interaction seemed to be all in good fun, continuing their long-running tradition of sparking banter in the Drag Race community. The two have long been known for their humorous takes on everything Drag Race related, and their Sibling Watchery podcast remains a favorite among fans who enjoy candid, unfiltered critiques. While their comments about Acacia may have stung a bit, it's clear that the podcast is meant to be a space where queens can take the heat and laugh about it, whether they're the ones dishing out the shade or receiving it. As for Acacia, it seems like she's ready for whatever comes next, whether it's more playful shade from her fellow queens or another opportunity to prove herself in the spotlight. Whatever the future holds, one thing is clear: Acacia Forgot is not a queen who will be easily forgotten. She's ready to take on the challenges, roll with the punches, and keep slaying her way through the ever-complicated world of drag.